Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Cheery Fashionista. So in this video, I wanted to talk about a couple of ways that you can lose weight, if that's what you want to do, very quickly without even going to the gym. The reason why I'm doing this video is because I've had a couple of people ask me in real life, and others have inboxed me. A couple of people have asked me, oh, how do you lose weight? Could you share? And so that's what I'm doing here. So I'm going to tell you what works for me. I'm not saying I'm an expert, I'm just saying what works for me. And you guys have to bear in mind that, I think jeans, like not like pants, like jeans that people have can also play a part in your body type. So these things I'm going to say may most likely work, but they may also not, depending on your physiology, if you know what I mean. But most likely they will. So let's not put a damper on that. So let me get started real quick. For me, the way I manage weight loss is by making sure I eat a healthy breakfast. So breakfast for me is very important, because I feel if you don't invest in eating a high fiber diet, a high fiber meal in the morning, then it's going to affect what you're going to do for the remainder of the day. So for me, my choice is usually between egg whites. I love egg whites and a bagel, or oatmeal. Those are my go-to meals in the morning, and these help me stay full longer because they are full of fiber, and fiber makes you feel full, so you're not hungry. You're not snacking at 11. You're not snacking at odd hours. You're not going for those breakfast bars. I feel like those are not a good idea because they're full of sugar. And once you train, because I think it's like a habit, once you train your mind and your body on these things, then it becomes a habit that is not easy to break. So for me, breakfast, watch what you're eating in the morning. Go for high fiber foods and you will see a difference. Stay away from breakfast bars, cereal, high sugared cereals. Also, the other thing that can help you is look at the nutritional label on the product. Make sure that the fiber usually says DF, meaning dietary fiber. Make sure it's above 4%. If it's not above 4%, then don't even bother, whether it's bread, bagels, or whatever. The fiber is very important because it means you're going to stay fuller longer, and that way you eat less. Number 2, sorry guys, I got a text message. Number 2, coffee intake. Okay, I know this is like, you're probably wondering, okay, what is she rambling about? Okay, coffee obviously is very important. All of us take coffee to survive, to stay awake, but the time that you're having it is very important, and it can actually influence your weight. How? My recommendation is have coffee between 8 and 10, like anytime before 10, even if it's at 5, as long as you're awake before 10. Anytime after that means you're going to affect your sleeping schedule. Believe it or not, it's going to play a huge part in your sleeping schedule much later in the evening, like at 9 when you're going to bed. How is this going to happen? You'll find yourself struggling to go to bed, which means you're going to go to bed much later. This is my experience. You're going to go to bed much later, which means you're going to sleep for less hours. And if you sleep for less hours, that means you're going to be tired. And if you're going to be tired, you're going to be cranky. And if you're going to be cranky and moody, you're going to reach for something to lift up your mood, to make you feel better. Something like chocolate, those cereal bars, those breakfast bars I was talking about, those really feel good when you ingest them. They give you that kick that you need to feel better about your day. And then it begins a cycle. And then because you didn't sleep, you end up again with, downing 3 or 4 cups of coffee throughout the day, and then it becomes a cycle. So and then of course, if you are trying to go to the gym, you're too tired to even go to the gym to begin with. So it becomes like a domino effect. So try and have coffee, all the coffee you can before 10 a.m. and you're gonna see a huge difference. You're gonna find yourself sleeping through the night and for longer time. Okay, time is going. The other thing that is very important is your water intake. And I'm also going to add in sodium because these two go hand in hand. So sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're not. You're just thirsty. So before you head on, and this is something that people recommend, when you wake up first thing in the morning, before you get your coffee, drink a lot of water, because coffee is a diuretic as well as sodium. Sodium is also a diuretic. So if you have these in copious amounts, you are going to be very thirsty. And also they have the effect of retaining water. That means they bind sodium and caffeine elements in your body to make you stay hydrated. So this is how you begin to bloat. This is how you find yourself going to the gym, really working hard, but you're still not losing weight. It's because of the water retention from having coffee and a lot of sodium intake. Okay, so I hope that makes sense for you guys. The other thing, you guys, and this will be my final point, for me, I feel like what really helps is what you're having for dinner and what time you're having it. This is true for me. So you guys, I recommend eating a meal and then waiting about 3 hours before hitting the pillow. Anytime less than that is not good, because the food is not digested. The food is still, in your upper intestine, your body, your stomach. It's still in there. So your body hasn't processed it. So when you're sleeping, everything is shut. There's no processing. So you need to stay awake for the body to process what you have eaten. So eat and then wait at least 3 hours before going to bed. You're going to see a huge difference. The other thing is, what are you eating for dinner? Make sure it's not high sodium foods. Avoid fried foods, avoid sugary foods, obviously. I know it's easier said than done, but try couscous, try quinoa. These are high fiber foods that are full of fiber, and they last so long in the body in terms of making you hungry. And because you're not eating as much, you'll find yourself fuller and losing the weight. You guys, try these methods and you're going to see a huge difference. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water. Drink as much water as possible when you think about it. Avoid high sodium foods and sugary foods. Make sure you're having coffee before 10, all the coffee in the world, and go to bed early. And yeah, you guys, these are effective methods that work. And don't forget breakfast. Don't skip breakfast, because then your day is already messed up. Breakfast is very important. That's all, you guys. Let me know what you think about these, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.